at times, but definitely slow down, go slow, and eventually things haven't worked out for us. So that was great. Again, that is a special trip when it comes to humpback behavior. Don't always see that. I haven't seen it all season myself. And then finback was also nice to be there mixing the mix as well, so that's really good. See two different species on one trip. If you ever do get the opportunity to go whale watching any place else,
yeah, but
feel free to do it. Every trip is different. The location in the world is different. You just never know. I'd also like to thank you. Did a great job for narration, and of course the crew as well. Pretty busy today. Hope they took care of you. Also, speaking of the crew, they are going to need a couple of areas cleared out for them. This way they don't knock anybody out with their gaps. So on the port side, which is the left-hand side of the boat, facing forward, on the bow and also on the stern, they're going to need those areas clear. This way they can put the lines on quickly and safely. Also, speaking of the crew, they do work very hard. So I'm going to clean this vessel tonight. And there's also a number of behind-the-scenes things you can just whole girl going. They were really helpful with them. You really enjoyed yourselves. Gratuities are a big part of their pay. They would be greatly appreciated. I believe you will be on the floating dock at a floppy trail. At this point, we're going to turn it back over to Courtney, and she does have a couple of announcements about some other savings you might have.
Well, thank you, Captain Greg. As he said, I do want to let you know where you can get tickets or discounts around town with your tickets. Those discounts include our gift shop, where you can get 15% off on any new Maine merch that you might need or anything to help you remember your trip by. And then there are actually 5 restaurants around town where you will get 10% off your entire meal. You can go to Patty's Irish Pub, Stewman's Lobster Pound, La Bella Vita, which is an Italian restaurant, and then the Fish House Grill and the Sunrise Cafe. Those last 2 places are right on our docks. So do get out in town and use those discounts to your advantage. Other than that, I do just want to wrap up our trip today by saying thank you so much for coming out with us. It was a really special afternoon to be out on the water, and we got to spend some wonderful time with our fin whales and our humpback whale Cupid. So it was a really special trip out there. And before we reach the dock, I do want to leave you with this. What we do here on land echoes out in the open ocean. As we were spending some time with our whales, you might have seen plastic floating around us or other marine debris. And so when we get such an opportunity to spend time with our large whales, I hope it's a reminder to you of how important what we do out on land is for the impacts that it has out on the water. So hopefully you'll leave today wanting to be a better steward of our environment, both here on land and our marine ecosystems. And just in the same way we saw that the whale's blueprint leaves a lasting mark at the surface, so too can your behaviors and choices leave a lasting impact on our planet. So hopefully you're going to go forth from joining us today being a good steward of our environment. And hopefully you also fell a little bit more in love with the ocean we got to witness and connect with today. No matter what, I do want to say thank you for joining us today, spending a little bit of time learning about the story of our whales. And I want to wish you safe travels as you go forth from Bar Harbor here. Hopefully the whales we got to see today will stay with you long after you reach the shore. So once again, thanks for joining us and have a great rest of your time here in Bar Harbor.